everybody, welcome to another episode of Car Addiction. Today I'm going to make a buying guide based on a very old video of my Lexus SC 400. The SC 400 was the first car in my car addiction life. It is the first video I ever made, and unfortunately I don't own that car anymore. I sold it to a guy in Toronto who loves it and appreciates it and takes really good care of it. Occasionally he drives in snow and does burnout, but which is I'm not a big fan of. But yeah, you should stop doing that. I'm sure you're gonna watch this video and you're gonna laugh. Anyway, so here it goes. Lexus SC 400. The first production year was 1991 and the production proceeded until 2000. In 1992, they introduced a Lexus SC 300. The main difference between the SC 400 and the SC 300 is their motor. SC 400 came with the Lexus's own first production 1UJ, and the SC 300 came with the infamous 2J. SC 400 was only offered with a 4-speed automatic, whereas SC 300 had a 5-speed manual option. SC 400 came with a 4-liter V8 motor, and Lexus spent $400 million developing that motor. That motor was an engineering masterpiece. It produced 250 horsepower. 2JZ is another very successful motor from Toyota. It only produced 225 horsepower without the turbos. In 1997, 1UJ was upgraded to VVTi, which produced 290 horsepower. Both the 1UJ and 2JZ are very reliable motor. They don't really have any well-known long-term problems. Being a 90s Japanese vehicle, one of the major problems with this vehicle is rust in the body. So keep an eye out for all kinds of rust in all four corners, wheel wells, especially the front subframe and the rear subframe. Lexus SC shares identical suspension components with the Mark IV Supra. Practically they have the same kind of handling as a Mark IV Supra. A lot of people say that a Lexus SC is basically a dressed up Mark IV Supra. Having said that, Supra suspension parts are insanely expensive, so when you're buying your SC, make sure you do check the suspensions very thoroughly. SCs come with a very fancy door hinge system, and these hinge system has a tendency to either sag or pop out of its place, so please check the door hinge system very carefully. The LCD panels on the dash goes black over time. Sometimes the upper or the lower control arm pops out of their place, and they're very expensive to replace because these are the same part number as a Mark IV Toyota Supra. The trim on the dash and the trim on both sides of the windows always cracks. Now here's my interesting piece. You see, came with this tool set. Take the wrench out. Lexus. The marvelous 1UJ is known for its perfect balance. In this vehicle, you can rev it to 5,000 RPM and touch the engine block and you wouldn't feel any vibration because the balance was just absolutely spot on. This is Toyota's first approach to create a traction control system, and the traction control system in this vehicle is very, very finicky. Sometimes it rusts inside the brake lines, and these rust break away and go inside that pump, and that makes the pump fail. The pump is a very expensive replacement. I highly recommend bypassing the whole system. As I said earlier, the 1UJ doesn't really have any major problem, but you do need to take very good care of this motor. You have to change the timing belt every 60,000 miles or 100,000 kilometers. Now, the parts for this timing belt, the timing belt and the belt tensioner will cost you around $350. But to do this job, it takes 13 hours of labor. So if a standard mechanic charges you $100 an hour, you're looking at $1,300 for just labor and another $300 to $400 for parts. Needless to say, when you buy your SC, please make sure it already has the timing belt job done. Going back to the Lexus SC 300, and the 300 came with the infamous 2JZ. Now, there is a significant difference between the 2JZ and a Lexus SC 300 and the 2JZ N8 Mark IV Supra being that NA or twin turbo. And the major difference is the Mark IV Supra 2JZs came with forged internals, where the SC300 2JZs came with just standard internals. So the SC300 2JZs won't be able to be turbocharged or run under high modifications. The same vehicle also came in Japan under a different badge, and it was called the Soarer. And the Soarer came with the infamous 1JZ, which is the earlier edition of the 2JZ. The difference between the 1JZ and the 2JZ is 1JZ is a 2.5 liter twin turbo, where 2JZ is a 3 liter twin turbo. And again, 1JZ is a fantastic motor. It takes a lot of beating, a lot of performance mods, and super easy to mod. Now, if I was given the option to buy between the Lexus SC400, SC300, or the Toyota Soarer, I would go with the Toyota Soarer because of the 1JZ twin turbo motor. That motor is just as tunable as a 2JZ twin turbo, and you can get huge horsepower out of them very easily. Alright folks, that's all for Lexus SC buying guide. If I leave anything, please leave it in the comment section so that we all can benefit from each other. This month I'm giving away 2 headlight restoration kit. So all you have to do is hit the subscribe button, like this video, and put a comment in the comment section.